Hello, good morning, investor and corporate. Welcome to Set Digital Roadshow third quarter 20 and 21 performance review. This section will run about 45 minutes, including Q&A. Company will start the section by 30-minute presentation, followed by 15-minute Q&A. And during Q&A, investor may leave your question in meeting room chat box or use raise your hand function. We will open your microphone so you can ask the question to the company directly. So may I now invite MUANGTHAI Capital Public Company Limited to start the presentation, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So good morning, investors and analysts all around the world. So welcome to Set Digital Roadshow, and you're here with MUANGTHAI Capital Public Company Limited. My name is Chachon Jongblakasim. I'm the investor relation of the company. And so today I'll be the speaker for this section, and I'll be going through MTC's business updates as well as the key performance of the third quarter in 2021. So let's get started. So we are MTC, and we are a microfinancing company, and as the end of the third quarter this year, we have successfully accumulated more than 3.5 million active contracts on our hand, with more than access to more than 2.5 million organic customers. And at the end of the third quarter, we has successfully grow our loan portfolio of around 26% and ended the quarter with more than 85 billion Thai baht in loan book. And that also contribute to our high growth in the top line revenue of 7.89% growth year on year, and we ended the quarter with 4 billion Thai baht in revenue. So due to many factors that I will explain to you investors in the later slides, we had ended the quarter with 1.2 billion Thai baht in the net profit, and we're still able to maintain our net profit margin of around 30%. And as you can see in the bottom table, so MTC has been able to accumulately gain our revenue for our 9 months performance of 11 billion Thai baht, with the net profit of 3.8 billion Thai baht for the 9 months accumulatively, and we have been maintaining our net profit margin performance at more than 30%. Ever since we have listed in the Stock Exchange of Thailand. And we ended the quarter with the net profit margin of 32.6%. So this year, 2021, and the next year onwards, our management has been solely focusing on expanding our customer base and the loan portfolio. So, and we have been focusing solely on the ESG aspects. So in order to grow our business, we wanted to grow sustainably in a long term along with our customers and the community. So as we put those efforts in actions, we have been recognized with many of the both local and international indexes and agencies. So this year we've been rated with the A rating for the MSCI index for 3 consecutive years. And we also have been listed in the THSI index of Thailand for 3 consecutive years, and as well as in the FTSE4Good index, we have been listed in it for 2 consecutive years. And so the most recent updates for this year is that we have been trying to apply for the DJSI index for this year is the second year. And for this year, so even though we have not yet been listed in the global DJSI, but our performance has improved quite significantly from last year. So we have improved more than 25% from last year. So in the next few years, we are hoping that we will be able to put our efforts in improving our ESG aspects and be able to join in the DJSI Sustainability Index in the next few years. So in terms of the management structure, so there's no significant change. So we still have Mr. Shuchat and Ms. Daunapa Petampai as our CEO and our managing director ever since day one. And they have also been our major shareholders for more than 30 years and holding more than 67% of our shareholder structure. So MTC has been listed in 2014, and we have a lot of improvement along the way. And in 2020 as well as 2021 this year, we have been rated with the credit agency to be an BBB plus rating and maintain the outlook of stable. However, in the next few years also, we are hoping that we can improve our credit quality and upgrade our credit rating real soon. So let's take a look at our product portfolio. So MTC, from day one, we started with our very first product line and also our specialty of being a small ticket size loan provider. So we have the vehicle title loan, which consists of the motorcycle title loan, which is our specialty. And we also provide four-wheelers title loan and also agricultural vehicle title loans. And for these products, we are being regulated under the Bank of Thailand. And recently, last year, we have lowered our interest rate that we charge the customers for our motorcycle products down to 18%. And then this year, we adjusted the interest rate down to 15%. And recently, we have upgraded the yield up to 16% for the motorcycle title loan. And as for the four-wheelers and agricultural vehicle title loan, we comply with the Bank of Thailand and with the competitive landscapes in the industry, and we decided to lower the yield from 21% from last year down to 18%. And as we see the satisfying demand from all of our customers, so we started to add new products into our portfolio. And so we add the land title loan into our hand, and we are charging the customers at 15%. And as the customers use their funding in their daily operations, we feel that the customers with good records, they may need additional funds in order to sustain their daily lives and support their operations. So we add new products into to offer our customers in terms of the nano finance and personal loans, which is the unsecured loan on top of the secured loan for our good customers. And we are currently charging the nano finance at around 27% and 24% for personal loan for our good customers. And then early this year, after testing the market for a few months, we have recently added a new product, which is the motorcycle high-end purchase. And this product is different from the vehicle title loan because it is a loan given to the customers who want to buy a new motorbike. So they could come to us and get a new motorbike and take the loan from us. So for this product line, we are currently charging the customers at around 22%. So MTC is focusing on being a fast cash business. So we are training the employees and we are trying to keep our loan process brief and accurate. So we are trying to use the process of under 20 minutes. So other than our title loan business, we also have 6 auction centers which located all across Thailand. And so the purpose of these auction centers is to liquidate our assets, and these auctions has been a huge part in helping us to realize the real market value of our assets. And talking about the growth strategy of the company, so MTC, these few years will be focusing on expanding the physical branch along with trying to be an omni-channel service provider. So our main focus for these couple of years will be focusing on expanding branches of around 700 to 800 branches per year. And at the end of the third quarter, we had expanded more than 380 branches in one quarter, and we finished the quarter with more than 5,665 branches. And in the next 3 years, we are hoping to reach more than 7,000 branches to be able to cover almost all of the villages in Thailand. And as for the omnichannel, we are trying to internally upgraded our online and application platform in order to enhance the customer's experience. So since we are focusing on expanding the physical branch, when the customers come to MTC, they will be coming to 3 of the types of the branch. So we have the full branch with provide the full service and have more of the manpower here. So all of the experienced employees are located in the full branch, and the full branch will send people to train and look over the sub branch, and also the sub branch will look over around 10 branches of the service centers. So this way we can achieve the full-on operating efficiency. So as I mentioned that we are in this stage of quite aggressively expanding our branches, but our management also take a look at the loan receivable per branch as one of the KPI to prevent the cannibalization effect. So we are seeing that even though we expand a lot of branches, but we can still maintain the loan receivable per branch at more than 15 million baht per branch. And even though it had dropped a little bit in the third quarter, but this is only due to the fact that we have hit the highest in number of expansion in the third quarter. And we ended the quarter with more than 85 billion Thai baht in loan book. And if we break down the loan book, so more than 93% of our loan portfolio are allocated to our good portfolio of stage 1, and around 5.2% also are the customers in stage 2, and only 1.17% are allocated to the NPL customers. And so for the quarter, we had the loan coverage ratio of 160%, and that contributed to our credit cost of 0.9%. So we have grew our revenue top line by 7% year on year, and to break it down, 95% of our revenue came from the interest income, 4.4% are from the fees and service income, and only 0.2% are from other income. And we have also grew our interest income significantly last quarter by 8% year on year. But however, our SG&A for the quarter has been risen to 51% from the fact that we have been adding a lot of more branches, and we also give out the incentives to our employees the same as in the second quarter as the encouragement for the debt collection and customers expansion. And so if we look at the yield for the year, for the quarter, so it has been gradually decline. So this is due to the fact that we have been adjusting our interest rate that we charge to the customers. So we have lowered our interest from more than 20% down to 15-16% for our major portfolio of the motorcycles. So that has taken into the effect of the loan revolving the customers from the old yield to the new yield. So we are expecting to see the yield to hit the bottom in the fourth quarter this year, and next year onward, we're hoping that the yield to be more stabilized and pick up in the next years onwards. And as for the funding costs side, so we have been trying to be the most cost efficiency, and we are able to suppress our cost down to 3.4% in this year. But going forward from the macro economic perspective, we are expecting the funding costs to be picking up in the next year. But again, we are still trying to improve our credit rating and hoping that it will help us in improving our credit cost. And so all that factors has been contributed to our net profit margin of being around 29.8% and 24.2% from the for the return on equity. So for the capital structure, so we are trying to maintain our capital structure at around 40-60% to match our long-term and short-term maturity of the assets, loan assets and loan liability. So so with that, our highlights of this slide would be the debt to equity ratio, which so if we look at the trend from 2017, we our debt to equity were above 3 times, but it gradually decreased, and we're still hoping to suppress our debt to equity. But for this year, our ratio has been picking up solely from the fact that we have been growing our loan portfolio tremendously. So in the second quarter and the third quarter also, we have had grew our loan portfolio by more than 5 billion Thai baht. So the company also needs the additional capital in order to fund our loans. But going forward, we are hoping to maintain our debt to equity in order to improve our credit rating. So these are the key performance of the quarter. And if if investors are interested, you can take a look at these slides. Okay, and as 2021 was quite a rough year from the crisis of the COVID-19, the company has been focusing a lot on and concerning a lot to all of our stakeholders. And so mainly we have been trying to help as many stakeholders as we can. So the first perspective that we focus on was helping our customers. So we have been complying both with the Bank of Thailand to implement all of the relief measures to our customers. So we have been giving out the payment holidays for 2 months for this year in July and August. And we also reduce our installment at least 30% during the phase 2 relief program. And we, in a long term, the company in mandatory we reduce our interest rate from 18% down to 15%. And now it's up to 60%. And we are expecting to maintain our low cost interest rate in order to help out the customers. And not only we care about the customers, we also care about our employees. So our key strategy in hiring our employees is to retain 100 support of the local employment and fresh graduates. And we also helped out in funding many of the hospitals in the communities. And we also use the ESG as our frameworks in order to support our Thai economy, as well as support our communities and conserves our environment. So we have been using the ESG framework as a tool to improve our company throughout the organization. So in the next year, we still maintain our target of being the first leader in the microfinance market, and we have upgraded our loan target of from 25% up to 30% in this year and the next year, and we will be trying to suppress our NPL ratio down below 2%. So that's a wrap up for my presentation. Thank you so much, all of the investors and analysts that you're joining us today.